Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking some truly chilling local lore. It's called The Last Station at Midnight. And honestly, it plays on some of our very deepest fears. We're going to treat this urban legend like a true documentary case study, piecing together the timeline, the evidence, and the terrifying sequence of events. So get comfortable, because this story moves fast and hits hard.
Okay, let's dive into this. What actually happens when you dare to test a 20-year-old local legend? I mean, it touches on this totally universal human flaw, right? Why do we constantly feel the urge to foolishly test boundaries? When a whole community collectively agrees that a specific place is cursed or dangerous, there's always someone, usually a group of teenagers, who just has to prove everyone wrong. And that dangerous curiosity is exactly what kicks off our source material today.
Section 1. The Abandoned Railway Station. 20 years. This number is literally the anchor for the entire legend. The lore places this station near a small, quiet village, just standing there like a dark, decaying monument to the past. According to the text, this station has sat completely abandoned for exactly 2 decades. And the reason for this? Well, it's incredibly grim. A terrible train accident occurred right on those tracks. Because of that tragedy, a very strict piece of local folklore was born, and the villagers held to one absolute unbending rule. No trains ever stop at this station after midnight. No exceptions. It is a boundary no one crosses. Let's see how this builds into our main event. Section 2. The Midnight Dare. So, as we were just saying about curiosity overriding common sense, the source material tells us about 4 friends who decided one evening they were going to put this terrifying legend to the ultimate test. Let's map out exactly how their night escalated, because the pacing here is just insanely rapid. At exactly 12 a.m., the 4 friends arrive at the deserted platform. Almost immediately, literally at 12:01, the environment reacts to them. The text gives us these rich sensory details describing the wind suddenly howling through the empty platform and this thick fog rapidly rolling in to cover the tracks. Just 4 minutes later, at 12:05 a.m., a loud whistle echoes through the night. And then, at 12:10 a.m., the absolute impossible happens. An ancient, rusted train emerges straight out of that thick fog. Section 3. Arrival of the Ghost Train. We've now reached the critical juncture of this explainer where logic just entirely breaks down, and this brilliantly illustrates the sheer shock of that moment. Logically, you expect broken tracks and zero train traffic. I mean, they haven't been used in over 2 decades. It's physically impossible for a vehicle to be operating here. Yet their terrifying reality was an ancient, rusted train slowly pulling into the station. The text specifically highlights its cracked windows, its flickering lights, and, most unsettling of all, these strange, shadowy figures sitting in total silence inside the cars. As the train comes to a halt, the doors creak open entirely by themselves, and from the darkness inside, a deep, chilling voice echoes out with a simple request. "Tickets, please." Now, you kind of have to appreciate a little bit of dark irony here. These teenagers show up to hunt a ghost train in the middle of the night, and, who brings a train ticket to an abandoned station, right? So the friends just freeze. One of them, completely terrified, manages to stammer out a whisper, telling the voice in the dark that they don't have any tickets. The old conductor just smiles at them, and then he delivers this line, "Then you cannot leave." This is a massive, terrifying turning point in the text. The second he says this, every single one of those shadowy passengers inside the train slowly turns their heads to look directly at the 4 friends. And according to the lore, when they turned, their eyes were completely black. Section 4. The Vanishing. That overwhelming terror triggers immediate, sheer panic. The friends break and run for their lives, scrambling away from the platform. But the chaotic aftermath reveals a truly tragic consequence. Only 3 of them actually managed to escape the station that night. Now, what's really interesting about this folklore is how it immediately grounds itself in modern reality. The very next morning, the police arrived to search the area, treating it like a cold case investigation. But that 4th friend vanished, without a single trace. The only piece of physical evidence left behind by the missing teenager is a mobile phone, just lying there abandoned on the platform. So the crucial point is what investigators actually found on that device. It was a final, chilling voice recording. "The train. It's real. Please, close the door. Someone help me." The source text notes that immediately after those desperate words, the audio is abruptly cut off by a loud scream. It's a completely chilling, solitary clue left behind right there on the rusted tracks. Section 5, the final warning. That unresolved disappearance and the haunting audio recording bring us straight out of the past and into the present day. You see, the villagers have absolutely not forgotten what happened, and they maintain persistent, serious caution when it comes to any outsiders visiting the area. Which leaves us staring at this final, provocative question drawn straight from the local lore. If you ever find yourself at that abandoned station and you hear a train whistle after midnight, will you turn around? Because the villagers will warn you, don't. That train may have stopped just for you. This source material is a fantastic, deeply unsettling piece of folklore that perfectly captures our collective fear of the unknown. I hope this breakdown made the story come alive for you, and remember, sometimes it really is best to just leave those local legends exactly where they are.